right. It's been a long time. It's been a long time coming. But it's here. It's here, family. It is here. Come on in. Come on in. Come on to your big brother DJ Focus. Come on in. Let's politic. AKA talk. Let's exchange. This is your big brother DJ Focus coming to you live from my podcast radio show. I'm gonna tell it. Tell what? The truth of understanding or the lack of? Come on in, man. Come on in. We finna get started today. I would like to say that the music that you are listening to, I have no rights to, nor do I profit from it in any type of way. Come on in, man. Come on in. Where's my people? Come on, family. There we go. There we go. Your big brother DJ Focus is coming to you today with the greatest challenge I feel facing us today, in conjunction with the next video after this. The Dream, Part 2. Martin Luther King had a dream, family. He had a dream. Within that dream, what's been established is what we see today. 2019, it's time for Part 2. It's time for Part 2. It's time for us to show up or shut up. Each one teach one, collectively, as a whole. Black, white, red, brown, collectively, together. We make all this happen. So with that being said, I want to ask, instruct, and challenge the people today. Black History Month still here. It's not over with yet, so there's some things we need to do to establish some history among ourselves as a family, collectively, people together. That's right. So, what your big brother DJ Focus is talking about is this. I challenge the world, my community, other surrounding communities to one thing. I preach, I talk, I teach self-accountability. Self-accountability. What I mean by that is taking accountability for things that we do as individuals that cause issues and not solutions. So today I want to say and discuss this term or this word we say, some call, we hear, nigga. N-I-G-G-A, N-I-G-G-E-R. Either or. I'd like to challenge and ask my family, is any one of those words acceptable to identify a man, woman, child, at all? The reason why I'm bringing this up is because it is Black History Month. We have been listening to a lot of seminars. We have been watching a lot of videos talking about uplifting ourselves as a people. We've been watching Martin Luther King Jr. with his speech, I Have a Dream. His dream was for us to come together collectively, black, white, brown, red, and come to an understanding about what this world is about, with us being with one another together. So I'm challenging my community, I'm challenging the world to see if we can go 1 week, just 1 week, without addressing each other as nigga. I'm saying it because I want everybody to get the full effect of what I'm talking about. And what I mean by that is us fathers, you mothers, when we see our children go to school, come in from school, or whatever, the little kings and princes, queens and princesses, when they hear us address one another as nigga, what example are we showing? What are we giving to them? What are we saying to them that's okay or not okay? And I get it. You know, Tupac explained a long time ago that we as a people took the word nigger and turned it into nigga to suffice us. You know what I'm saying? We took it from somebody and said, look, if you're going to call us that, we're going to put a little spin or a little pop on it. That's dead. Ain't no spin or pop on identifying an individual as something that they are not. We have to remember that people will treat us how we identify ourselves. So if we walk around and call each other niggas, then those that are around us will treat us like niggas. I know a whole bunch of people upset right now. Man, what you talking about? It is what it is. But listen, it starts with something. You understand what I'm saying? I'm going to repeat this. No one, powers that be, anybody, is going to do anything for a people when the people won't do it for themselves. So when we allow people to observe and see us identifying one another as nigger, that is letting them know that we have no self-consciousness about the kings, queens, princes, or princesses that we truly are as a people. The leaders that we are as a people. So I'm challenging my community today. I want everybody to show this video to somebody else and ask yourself, is it okay to identify is it okay to identify my daughter or my son or my grandmother or my wife or my husband as a nigger? Because that is not what we are. Not by far. Not by far. If nobody has told you, I'm going to tell you today that without a doubt or contradiction, you are a king. You are a queen. Young lady, young man, prince, and princess, you can strive to reach everything that your heart desires. And we're going to start right in our own homes with self-accountability by not identifying each other as something that we are not, something inferior to what's superior. What I mean by that is we not niggas again, but kings and queens. It's a challenge that I know will be hard because we have adapted to disrespecting ourselves. So today, get in your mind, for the rest of Black History Month, just for the rest of February, try not to identify yourself, your child, your wife, your husband, your homeboy, your friend as nigger, and try to call him king. How you doing, queen? You understand what I'm saying? Because it starts with a tone. It starts with the mindset. Once we change the mindset that we are superior in our own right as kings and queens, not over another race, not over another nation, but over ourselves. When we identify ourselves as being something greater than when somebody else has identified us as not being, then we take back our power. We take back our power by letting people know that I'm not no nigga. I'm an educated man. I'm an educated father. I'm an educated mother. I'm an educated woman. And we show these examples to our children by being the message that we bring. And the message that I'm challenging my community and everybody around me is, let's stop identifying ourselves and each other as something that we are not. Nigga. I pause for a second because I know everybody letting it sink in. Like, what is he talking about, man? We can't do that. Yes, we can. It starts with something. So let's practice it. It's Black History Month. February almost over. I challenge every woman, every man in this community, communities around me who are paying attention to this video. Let's stop addressing ourselves, each other, and other people with names, phrases that they are not, but try to identify them for what they are or what we want to teach them to be. Excuse me. I know it's going to be hard, but I think that we can do that. I think because this is getting ready to be the dream part 2 in 2019, that we're going to show our ancestors that they ain't fought. They have not died. They did not sacrifice for us to run around and identify ourselves as something they died to show that we are not. And that's nigger. I've been guilty of it myself. Self-accountability. I have. But I stopped I stopped using that word. I'm using it today because I want y'all to understand what I'm saying. I challenge everybody. Let's get it together. Let's make it happen, man. Let's make it happen. You are without a doubt a contradiction, a king in your own mind, a queen in your own mind. Stop thinking yourself to be lower than what you are not. And start thinking yourself to be what you truly are. What your higher power, if you have one, God chose us to be. Vicegerents, leaders, nurturers, teachers of each other and the world that we live in. In order for people outside of us as a people to respect who we are as a people, we have to start within and self-accountability and start respecting ourselves. Start respecting ourselves. It's not okay. In 2019, it's not okay no more. I challenge everybody to not address each other as nigga, but start addressing each other as what we truly are. Kings and queens. I know, man. I know. Just, February almost here. And hopefully it's a practice that leads up into March, April, May, the rest of our lives. It's a challenge, but I know that we can meet that challenge. Let's start acting and treating one another like we are. Let's start trying to respect each other a little more than what we do. Hopefully a lot more than what we do. Our children are paying attention. People around us, different nationalities, different races around us say, how can I respect this man if he don't even respect himself? How can I respect this woman if she don't even respect herself? By identifying themselves as something they are not. And again, nigga. It's a simple challenge, man. It's a simple challenge. Because in the video that's coming next, it's going to touch you. It's going to challenge you within itself. So I'm coming to you as your big brother to say, you are greater. You are stronger. You are smarter than the ones who disrespect you every day. Stop disrespecting yourself. Start loving yourself by identifying yourself with love, by identifying your family members, the people that surround you, your community, with love. That's a challenge, man. Your big brother challenged y'all to do that, man. I know it's going to be difficult, but we're going to be able to do it. We're going to be able to do it. So, with that being said, I'm going to end this video so y'all can get to this next one. Challenge, challenge, challenge. You ain't no nigga. You a king. You a queen. The rest of the month of Black History, identify your child, identify your husband, your wife, and those around you as kings, as queens, as intelligent people. And let's show the world, and let's show our neighbors that in 2019, we're ready for the dream part 2. Part 2, y'all. Again, this is your big brother, DJ Focus, coming to you live from my podcast radio show. I'm going to tell it. Let's get it together, y'all. I know we can do it. Each one teach one. Let's make this happen. Y'all be good, man.
Even born until 3 years after Dr. King delivered his great dream to the nation. I didn't have to endure separate drinking fountains, separate bathrooms, or eat in the back of a restaurant because of the color of my skin. I've never had to participate in a boycott or sit in for my freedom. I've had no living room civil rights meetings, no water hose knocking me down, no biting dogs tearing at my legs, or any cocktail bombs being thrown into my home in my quest for freedom. And that was his dream, that this be my reality. You see, I'm the beneficiary of a dream spoken for, fought for, suffered for, prayed for, and died for. And the journey is still underway. And we still have so much work that we have to do. Yes, we own homes now, build businesses, experience fame, and coexist together as brothers and sisters because of the dream part one. And now it's time for the dream part two. Recognizing as blacks, whites, Latinos, Asians, Jews, and Gentiles, Muslims, Protestants, and Catholics, that though there are many barriers that we've broken through, we still have hungry mothers, homeless fathers, and undereducated children. So now, my friends, it's time for the dream part two. In this dream, there's no playing small, no sleeping on the job, because like me, there's an unborn child somewhere that's counting on you. This dream requires you to wake up, stand up, speak up, hurry up, catch up, stay prayed up, and oh yeah, you have to show up. And in your own brilliance, in your own unique brilliance, do whatever you can do. Because Dr. King handled the dream part one. And now it's up to you and I to handle what? The dream part two. I love you guys. Have a great day.